Season ended on April 30th. I know a little premature for your liking. What's the first non-hockey thing you did to kind of decompress after the year?
I hit a couple slice and no, I like to golf. It's good. It's one thing I really like to enjoy in the summer. I like to walk, I carry my bag and go play golf and hit some balls, good shots, bad shots, and I did that this morning before here, and I was here, and it's good. It's a good place to disconnect and talk with people on the golf course, and yeah, that's what I do.
And how long before you were back analyzing and thinking and preparing for year two?
Not too long, I'll be honest. Like it's, like I told you at the end of the year, I take some time off and look back in the season why I could have done better as a coach. And, I'm asking my players to learn from their mistakes. And, I made mistakes, and I'm not ashamed of saying that. There's not too many perfect people in our game, and I'm going to be a better coach next year because of that, because I'm going to learn from them.
There's so much to unpack from the first season, things you could control, things you couldn't, personnel, injuries, all of that. But when you look at the positives, I know we talked about that throughout the season, but having a chance to reflect now, what is the biggest one for you last year?
Well, for me, it's like when we had 13 guys going up this year, and that's on, like I said before, like I was an assistant coach for the Flyers for 8 years, and I don't remember seeing 13 of the young guys coming up. And it's one thing to get called up, but I like the way the guys played when they went up. From Hogberg to Hodgson to Ratcliffe, name them, Mayu, when he went up there, looked great. Frosty, Yorkie, all those guys that went up, it's not only that they went and took some ice time, they really did what the team were asking them to do. And I think for me and my coaching staff, it's something that we're proud of, and that's our job here. Trust me, we want to make the playoffs. We want to be a successful team. That's our main goal here. But a big part of our job is to develop those guys and help them take that next step to the NHL level. And when they did last year, they looked pretty good, and that's something that my staff is pretty happy about.
I know you were really happy with the veteran leadership too, with the guys that you had in your first year. Helpful, I imagine, for you in your first season as head coach. Do you now know what kind of leaders you need at this level?
Well, you're right. I was lucky with Cal and Garrett Wilson, and having those guys around that have been around the league more than I have, and push in the same direction. And we talked with Brett Flair and Chuck Fletcher at the end of the year. I think with our young D-core, and we do have more young guys coming to us next year, we need some solid veteran defensemen that have their mentality is defending first. I feel like last year our D-core was too light, and guys were looking to get points instead of defending. And I'm a big believer, and in today's game, you look at the Lightning, Tampa Bay Lightning, they do have skills, but they defend. And that's why they are what they are right now. They're in the finals, not because they overscore the other team or they score 10 goals a night. They can't do that. But why they're there again this year? Because they defend as a team. And to do that, you need guys that are willing to do it. And I feel like last year, we didn't have enough of those guys. And that's one thing I'm pushing. But again, my job is to coach the players I have. And I said that since day one, and I can push as much as I want. I can tell them what I feel, because I'm on the inside. I feel what kind of players we need for our young guys to develop the right way. But at the end of the day, I'm going to coach the players they send me.
I know there are a lot of unknowns coming into your first year, even as long as you've played the game. What stands out as the biggest surprise for you playing, or coaching, I guess, in the American Hockey League?
Whew.
Injuries aside, of
yeah,
course.
okay, injuries aside, okay. I don't know, I don't know. I really enjoyed my first year. Trust me, it wasn't, I had a lot of headaches, a lot of nights going home and shaking my head, what can I do better to help this team? But why I took the job is to work with those young guys. They're all great kids. I love all of them, and maybe I love my players too much. That might be a knock on me, but I love all those guys. They drive me crazy some nights because they make mistakes. But to answer your question, I'm not sure. There's one thing that I know I'll work on this summer to make sure we're better prepared. It's like overtime in shootouts. Looking back, that's what drives me nuts because we lost 14 games in shootouts or overtime, and you win half of those games, you're in the playoffs and you're laughing. And these are the points that we left on the ice, and it drives me nuts. And I try to look back what I could have done better and look at other teams, how they play 3-on-3. We all do the same thing. And I came to realize that it's a lack of skills. And next year we will have more skills, young skills, but we will have more skills with the Desnoyers of this world that are coming to us. And I'm not sure what is going to happen with the kids that play up there, like Cates and all those guys. They played with the Flyers last year. I'm not sure if they're going to come to me or not, but I feel like we'll have more skills up front and on D next year. Hopefully it's going to help us get more points in overtime and shootouts.